Welcome to A Day with Dr. J. On this episode of A Day with Dr. J, we're going to talk with Zack Stewart, male physique fitness competitor, about his recent competition he competed in, the USA's. Zack, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm from Mount Vernon, Washington. I'm currently going to Washington State University. I'm 21 years old. I'm doing a double major, so finance and economics. And yeah.
Cool. Busy.
Yeah.
So what got you into weightlifting?
I started lifting weights when I was 15 years old, and it all started because I was pretty out of shape. And being in a weight training class, you get paired with a partner, and my partner was extremely jacked and, you know, really good at all sports he was in, and I was just like, I should start changing.
Yeah, felt a little insecure, had to catch up, right?
Yeah, had to catch up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from weightlifting, now you're a USA qualified men's physique fitness competitor. So how did you get into that?
Well, I mean, everyone has like someone that they always looked up to. So for me, it was Jeff Side. I mean, he's not the best role model, but he had like the best physique that was, you know, on the internet. And so he went pro at, I think, 21 years old. And so that was just my goal from 18 years old.
So your goal is to go pro?
Yeah.
Yeah. So knowing a little bit about the sport, you have to do competitions, you have to qualify. So what was your first show you did?
So the first show that I did was the Washington State Ironman in 2016.
And how did you do in that one?
Not too well. I got 7th place, and I mean my prep was also really bad.
Yeah, but you take it as you get to feel things out. You get to learn how to diet, learn how to.
It was 100% a learning experience.
Yeah.
You have no idea. I've never had a coach for anything, so posing all made up on my own, dieting all made up on my own. So I was just feeling the water.
Okay. So then, what was the next show that you did?
So I waited a year because I felt that I was a little bit too small for stage. I was, my first show I came in at 165, and so I took a year off, and I came back on stage at 178, and so that's when I won the open and the overall.
Which qualified you for the USA's.
Yeah.
Okay. And so tell me what was different? What made you go from 7th place to taking first in your division and winning the overall?
Well, my diet was a lot more in check. The first show that I did, I was still going out and drinking because I'm in a fraternity, so that is still a thing.
Okay.
And once I gave that up and took my diet really seriously, I kept more of my mass.
Right. It's amazing when you change things in your diet, you take drinking out of it. That's a big part of it. I mean, your whole physique, everything changes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Definitely.
So your most recent show was last week.
Yeah.
You did the USA's, which was, first national show that you've done.
Yeah.
That was in Las Vegas, Nevada. And tell us about that. Tell us about the experience, the whole thing about that show.
Well, I've never been to Las Vegas, and so I had no idea how hot it was going to be there. It was 115 degrees every single day we were there.
Yeah.
And I've never really thought about this, but bloating on a plane, I've heard people talk about it, but when I got off the plane, my ankles were literally double the size, and I was
wow.
I was like, am I going to be able to lose all this water weight by the time the stage comes around? But other than that, it was great. I mean, we went on the strip, got really good food.
Yeah.
But
So tell us about the show, actually, the USA, doing the show, going from an amateur show to a national show.
Well, it was definitely very intimidating. So, we had the competitor meeting, and I got to see everyone before we were all pumped up and ready to go. And I was the youngest person there out of everyone in my class, and I think the whole show pretty much. And all these guys were 20 pounds larger than me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, before just in the meeting, and I was like, crap.
Yeah.
I need to get bigger.
Yeah, but this goes back to like when you did your first show, and you're kind of feeling the waters out again. So this is just a stepping stone for you.
I just had no idea about like what different judges like, because the head judge that was there, he was a pro bodybuilder, and so he was judging the men's physique, but he preferred you to do like a more bodybuilding type posing for men's physique. Okay. Yeah.
What place did you end up taking?
I got 10th out of like 30 guys.
Yeah, so 10th place. That's not bad for your first, national show.
Yeah.
It's an accomplishment that only so many people, to just get there, right? So, so what are your plans from here?
Well, I have two options. Either I can do the only remaining national show in the U.S., and that's in November in Miami. I can do that, but I'm gonna struggle a lot if I try and do that. Like my life is gonna be, my social life is gonna go out the window.
Yeah.
Or if I don't do that, then I have to completely requalify again. So I'm gonna have to win, first or another overall to qualify for next year.
Okay. So what do you think you're gonna do?
I mean, I think the smarter move would be for me to take off the time and get bigger and come back. But part of me is like, I want it now.
Yeah.
You
Cool.
know?
Yeah. Definitely. Well, that's cool. Well, thanks for coming today. I really appreciate it. We learned a lot about what it takes to be a national competitor. We wish you the best in the future.
Thank you.
All right. Tune in next week with us when we go to the gym with Zack, and he's going to take us through one of his workouts that he does to prepare for a national show. Thanks for watching this episode of A Day with Dr. J. I just want to thank Zack for being here, giving us some insight on what it takes to be a national physique competitor. Remember, stay active, stay healthy. We'll see you next time.